Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the AIPH Plant Health Virtual Conference. Welcome, welcome. It's great to see so many delegates joining us for discussion on this important topic. So far, we have around 113 joined. We've got almost 300 registered from 50 different countries will be joining us throughout the event today. So we've been able to make this truly a global event, despite the fact that for some of you the hours are a bit unsociable. For those of you not familiar with AIPH, we are the International Association of Horticultural Producers. We've been running since 1948, and our purpose is to be the world's champion for the power of plants. Our members are organizations and associations that represent the interests of the ornamental horticulture industry in their country or region. We also have an affiliate membership category for companies and other organizations that support our objectives and want to get involved in our activities. Please visit our website to see what we do, but key areas include initiatives on promoting the green city, publication of an annual statistical yearbook in partnership with Union Fleur, the International Grower of the Year Awards, publication of Floriculture International magazine, and approval of international horticultural exhibitions. And we support growers on topics including novelty protection, plant health and sustainability. Please connect with Treve Evans if you would like to discuss membership opportunities for yourself. Please also join our upcoming free online events. We have a Green City conference on the 22nd of April, a program of Green City webinars, and our program of webinars for Floriculture International. And the first of these, which will focus on growing media, will take place in May. So look out for details on that. This conference is arranged by AIPH and with the generous support of our sponsors, especially our main gold sponsor, Royal Flora Holland. And we are very grateful to them for this, as this means we can bring this important event to you without having to charge a fee. We'd also like to thank our other sponsors, MPS and Visa Horti Systems. And please do visit their virtual booths in the area using the Expo tab. Thanks to our event partners who've helped us to raise awareness of this conference, specifically Siapora, European Nursery Stock Association, Fluoro Select, World Horti Centre, Florint, Union Fleur, Nactuambao, Ornamental Plants and Flowers Mexico, and EPIC Photonics organization. Thank you to our media partners, Floriculture International, which is run by AIPH. You can subscribe to this free of charge, so please follow that and subscribe. Also, we have China Flowers and Horticulture, Horticulture Week from the UK, Il Floricoltura from Italy, and Pod Ozolnami from Poland. Thank you to all of our media partners. So I'd like to introduce our welcome speaker, who is Mr. Tim Edwards. Tim is Vice President of AIPH. He is also Chairman of the Ornamentals Production Committee, as well as running his own nursery stock business, Bonningale Limited, in the UK. Welcome, welcome, Tim.
Thank you very much, Tim. It is a great pleasure to welcome so many people here today to the AIPH International Plant Health Conference, not least because there are so many of you and because this is still the International Year of Plant Health. Plant health really is important. It's massively important, not just to the audience we have here today, but to the whole of mankind. And I have no doubt that that's going to become crystal clear through the sessions we have planned for you today. look through the list of people we have contributing at this conference, and I think it becomes clear that we have a cast of heavyweight and high quality contributors from the world of horticultural production. And that sets us apart from the other plant health conferences taking place during this International Year of Plant Health. This conference is not targeted at the vitally important scientists who study pests and diseases, nor is it targeted at the vitally important specialists who regulate for or inspect for plant pest and disease. This conference is targeted at the practitioners who produce and trade plants, and that's a very important distinction to make. I'm certain it will become clear over the next few hours that one of the greatest threats we face in this arena, one of the greatest vectors in the spread of plant disease, comes from the trade of plant material, and that's us. That's the producers and traders of plants. I'm also certain it will be made clear that while regulatory frameworks are of vital importance, while regulations themselves must be fit for purpose, and the inspection services that support them must be effective and efficient, global biosecurity is not delivered by regulations and inspection services alone. No regulatory framework stipulates that an inspection service should attempt to inspect every plant produced within its jurisdiction. No inspection service claims that every plant within its jurisdiction has been inspected and found free from pest and disease. Rather, regulations and inspections exist to sound alarm bells when we, the producers and traders of plants, have not done our jobs well enough. Regulations and inspections are the backstops. They are put in place to reduce the likelihood of things going wrong in the first place and to identify things if and when they do go wrong. But none of us should assume that those regulations and inspections alone prevent the spread of pest and disease. The greatest part of that job falls to us, the practitioners who produce and trade those plants. Our regulations will use their expertise to produce the safest possible environment for us to do business in. And there are scientists out there who will use their experience to sound those alarm bells if and when something goes wrong. But it is us who must do the heavy lifting. We have to get things right. We have to carry out our business not only within the regulatory framework, but also with responsibility. We have to not only understand the regulatory framework, we have to interpret that framework responsibly. And that very often means going beyond what is legally demanded of us. To set the scene for our conference, to put the subject of plant health in perspective, we have Ralph Lopian. And it's no exaggeration to say that without Ralph, there would be no International Year of Plant Health. I can't think of anyone on the planet better qualified to impress upon a bunch of nurserymen just how important plant health is and just what a responsibility we carry when we go about our business. Ralph and his colleagues championed the concept of the International Year of Plant Health to shine a light on the subject, and it has been successful in doing this. Among other initiatives, a number of plant health conferences have been planned, but this conference is perhaps unique in speaking to the audience of practitioners, to plant producers and traders, and most of our speakers are from that world. The AIPH attracts its members from around the globe, and with the International Year of Plant Health on the horizon, some time back we undertook to review the different approaches to plant health around the world. Today you'll get insight of the result of that review, as well as a number of case studies presented by people involved in some of the most impressive initiatives we've found. We practitioners have to have some knowledge of plant health. We have to operate our businesses in ways that deliver biosecurity. We have to find ways of demonstrating that we have fully discharged our responsibilities in those areas, and we have to adapt our practices when the landscape of plant health changes, as it inevitably does. Today, we're going to hear from speakers who are closely involved in various national initiatives that attempt to formalize some of those objectives. And I hope everyone taking part in this conference will learn something from what they hear. But I think it will become clear that while these various different initiatives have been developed to address common issues, they have largely been developed in isolation. And one thing has become clear through the past year of pandemic: disease does not respect national borders. In the modern world, no nation lives in isolation. This conference aims to inform its audience of practitioners. At the very least, we want you to go away knowing more about how practitioners in other parts of the world are addressing the same plant health issues each of you must address. But throughout, I'd like everyone to keep a question in mind. Is there value in somehow taking away that isolation? Is there a role for the international organizations here today? Rather than each nation working on plant health initiatives in isolation, is there benefit in establishing some kind of international standards or guidelines or protocols? We are still in the International Year of Plant Health, and that was established not to have a one-off celebration of plant health, but to inspire permanent changes for the better. At the end of this conference, we can all either go away a little bit better informed, or we can take some sort of action that will bring about that permanent change. As you listen to our speakers and take part in this conference, as you learn what's happening in different parts of the world, please ask yourselves, what next? Plant health is important. It's of vital importance to all of humanity. Is there action that we can agree today that will improve biosecurity into the future?